get some wall hacks onto that and stop their approach and make it so that they have to be scared of that idea entirely.
They're not scared. No fear there. Mind you, Fade was not on that side of the map. Victor starting things off with the fast pace, the pace that we've come to know and love out of OpTic on Fracture in particular. They've taken B site, full control, and FaZe are left with 3.
They're coming through arcade. BABYBAY with a great entry. 2 players that he has to deal with on stairs, and he won't be able to do that.
Blaze falls already, leaving Dicey alone. He's got a couple of shots. Yep, in that Headhunter. He's got a weak players, but the Headhunter on the other side was just a bit too much for him to deal with.
Eventually getting controlled, eventually it's slowing down, but right now it feels like Victor's going every single round that he has the opportunity. He's going as far as possible.
And this caused fits to different teams at Reykjavik, and mind you, it's early, but FaZe seemed a bit overwhelmed and caught off guard in the initial round. You talk about them changing pace. They throw the brakes on this one.
Yeah, this round too, though, they brought Poised over. And supamen and BABYBAY here rotated off the site. They're going to actually retake fast through arcade, but OpTic didn't even commit. And they have so much room to re-execute because of all the utility they have, but Dicey's insane. Get stupid, they're not expecting the last here either.
No. Now Poach's position's been given away. The flash to try to keep him at bay. It's not going to happen as he swings around, cleans him up. Numbers advantage in favor of FaZe. The spike's still in tow for OpTic. They have to take control. You've got some time. Looking for any shred of information that you can get. There's something.
Spike planted.
They maintain control actually of halls.
Oh, he's got to go big here. That's only good for 1. BABYBAY and POISED are both weak, though.
They can't split up. Gotta stay tucked together. And they're going through halls. It's kind of planted for crashes here. He does not have a fragment to delay this. Has to take the fight, and they're both weak.
Does he swing? Does he wait? Oh, he waits. Now the flash, now the swing, now the shots. The Red Bull clutch for crashies as he gets through.
My head at. And this round, not scratching my head as hard, but still not exactly normal. That's another thing right there that I think the desk was a little overlooking. Those haunts get in such different positions than Sova and his darts.
POISED has 3 players on the other side of this wall. He's been CC'd up to high heaven, can't see a dang thing, but somehow supamen gets 2 massive ones. Now OpTic push forward as Victor's gotten 2. This round is far from over. 2v2's what remains.
Spike planted.
Oh.
1 enemy remaining.
Crashes push through canteen.
Again, crashies in a clutch situation. Dicey and supamen on the other side. 2 armor. He's got a knife. He sees a shoulder, and it's not gonna matter as Dicey cleans it up. And FaZe are gonna get the defuse.
There, it looked like Victor wanted to stick with crashes, but crashes does too. I'd be curious if they're gonna pop this fast.
There's another ult we didn't talk about. It's Victor's. Fast lane to try to provide some cover, and they've gotten the space that they wanted. They've gotten onto the site. This is going to be a bloodbath to fight back for. You hear the orbital strike come through as it's going to clear things out and catch crashies on the way. And now they've got the flank on him. Man, OpTic are in a world of hurt here. They've got to be careful about how they navigate this situation. FaZe quietly but surely creeping their way forward. The Prowler to clear out halls.
They're stuck.
Yeah, there's really no way out. They had to commit to it. Mind you, Finesse and Ye only have pistols. The only rifle that they had on their side is now fallen. And with that, will fall the rest of OpTic. As FaZe are going to tie us up at 2 apiece. Just not much, really, for OpTic to punch back with here.
Yeah, no, just the pistols there. They try to up the pace up through halls. They get the site, but again.
There's that haunt again. It looked like it got cleared out instantly. No tags.
Look, though, they're still pushing. Marved actually stays all the way back specifically to break that haunt. And while FaZe did explore a little bit further than you might have expected because there was presence there, they're not actually rotating.
Rolling Thunder, there's not going to be anyone there. The no command 2, they've given up the space. FaZe is almost perfectly Run a semicircle around everything being thrown their way so that they can re-aggress on their terms.
Is there a flash?
But look at OpTic, they're pushing forward. Ye's already gotten one.
The stun!
Marved. There he is. Oh, and Supamen cleans him up.
That was Victor's relay bolt who stunned him.
And no, Poach has his Rolling Thunder, so he can counter that right back. Ye's in trouble, but no, the flash gets him right out of it. 3v2 in favor of OpTic. Poach and BABYBAY, the only two that remain. Spike ticking away. Taking their post plant. They managed to push Victor out, but that's not the only problem here that you have to deal with. Ye's gotten 3 with the up. Oh, and Finesse gets that last one to clean things up.
But that could have easily closed out the round. So, usually when we see this knife out from them onto Dish, and they hold actually the bottom side of the map, the south side, they're just getting ult orbs, setting up a little pressure over towards A, but then they almost always fall back into this B tower push. See if that's the same case here.
It's like you've read the script. You called it, they pushed up, they got orb control, and now it seems like they're going to rotate right back.
This is always a difficult hit to deal with. But they're starting it from so far back.
Yeah. Because
they don't have the space. And Ye gets taken out. He didn't explore underpass at all. He didn't help them make this approach onto Arcade. But they still have to deal with the onslaught of ults, or sorry, not ults, flashes that comes through as Victor hard pushes tower.
And much like in the previous round, look at FaZe's positioning right now. They're already okay with giving up the space and fighting for a retake. They have the numbers advantage. Work things out, and BABYBAY 1 point from the ult. That showstopper could be a factor here late in this round, and there it is. He's got it online. Now the question is he going to pull the trigger? Drops it right into his lap, but it doesn't hit crashies. It whizzes right by his ear. The flash to swing out. He lands the shots anyway. Flashed up. Oh, Finesse is in a 1v4, and it's going to take more than just that to pull this one off. FaZe tie us up at 3. Balla, it seems like once they realize that OpTic is going to be able to fight for control of site, they just give it up. They're so confident in their retakes.
Yeah, and also, see another haunt thrown out early here, but this time it's on the Arcade side.
Let's play.
You do want to push with BABYBAY, and the value that you get when it's not broken is immense. BABYBAY is going to get into underpass against this eco round from OpTic, plus tour de force from Ye. Look at the time. Look when they start rotating. BABYBAY still hasn't cleared the corner, has not peaked. So they're still set up in their default positions.
Worth noting too that Poised has the Nightfall. Be the first we'd see in North America. Let's see how he chooses. He used that as the round again has gone silent. The fast lane comes through now. Dicey just gets decapitated as soon as he swings around, and look at Supamen going hunting. Pushes into the smoke, gets one, but that's all it's going to be good for. Now the side in control of FaZe. And if we were going to see the Nightfall, this is where it would be.
Yeah, he's falling back to his teleport as well. He's anchored.
That essentially takes all the punch out of this retake attempt, surely, right? Nope, they're going for it anyway. There's a Nightfall. Prowler to follow up, and the Orbital Strike is going to cook him, but they have to swing out right through, right into Victor's lap. Poach has already fallen, Poison alone in this 1v3. Both Victor and Marv weak. Ye's as well. I mean, none of them are healthy, but they're so spread out. Yeah, no way. A thrifty round win for OpTic to take.
Came out with, and when there's a tour de force on the other side, you have to deal with that. Dicey falling early costs them all of sight.
They've thrown a lot at tower here, and there's nobody home. But Victor's going to gladly take the space, push his way forward. And, well, they've gotten this far. What do they want to do with it?
Poise is really exposed if they come up, actually through tree.
Marved is weak with the operator. But Poise already falls. You mentioned how weak he was. Finesse has that Rolling Thunder too. You see him on the top half of your minimap waiting for see if anyone's going to flank around. Ye's already fallen.
Such a strong Rolling Thunder to use from this side. And Ye falling again gives Dicey that opportunity, but this Rolling Thunder is not going to let anybody through. Even though this kill goes through, they still have to deal with that.
And there's a Rolling Thunder. It's going to push him back. Hits all three. Dicey, the only one who goes through unscathed.
Crashy still has a fragment too to delay the spike defuse.
Nesh trying to cut off rotation, trying to cut off crosses. He's not able to get anything as FaZe waltz their way in, take everything they want, and get the defuse.
And I mentioned on Ascent how good OpTic was at actually releasing their trap. There, they spring it way too early. Shime, here's a big push, potentially from BABYBAY.
He's got the satchels, and it's through right into his lap. Victor, but BABYBAY not able to get much. The orbital strike is. As Poach does too. They're just mowing over OpTic here.
Wow, this map looked fantastic for OpTic. At Reykjavik. Seems like a little bit of study right now, doing a great job. BABYBAY, those satchels weren't pretty.
No.
But the rest of the idea from the hit was, they know OpTic has been pushing the pace on that side with a knife, with a flash for Victor to actually dip past.
One enemy remaining.
And so they ulted as well, and they completely shut down that early play.
Not your best.
It was an interesting buy into this round for OpTic to begin with. I think they had a Spectre, an Operator, the one that you see on your screen right now, and then 3 pistols. Really just kind of highlighting the dependence that they have on Ye doing things with this gun. But now he's in a position where he's going to have to freaking Fence of the Alamo type thing
left.
to keep this thing into the next round.
Yeah, too bad he's on attack, not defense. He's in defensive spawn, so you got that right. Yeah, I mean, he's just going for a walk, trying to find a kill and save the weapon.
10 seconds left.
And this is going to be the first lead that FaZe has taken in this series. 5-4.
How does he keep the
support in the more traditional sense? And also you can see that he's, every default that they play, he's actually always by himself on the south side of the map or the north side of the map.
Gotta go.
This is a slightly different look here. They tested the waters towards Dish, got the ult orb into Victor's hands, and now looks like they want to turn their attention back towards the southern half of the map.
The really crazy part too is that every time they've actually pushed towards halls, they've gotten through halls, except the pistol round.
Yeah.
And that's because FaZe is not even playing the C's from the Fade on this side of the map. They're not playing the combo of BABYBAY and Fade.
Flash.
Careful here. They are leaning towards A, but they do have 3 players on the side of FaZe to try to hold this thing back. Well, make it 2. As BABYBAY's already fallen, Ye pushing his way forward, waiting to see if anyone's going to challenge him in halls, and there are a couple of players going. crashies pushing the matter forward, and Victor does too. They both fall. As Poised up top, trades one back. See that honk come through, the fault line to follow. Not very many ways for FaZe to get into this thing. They're outnumbered, they're outgunned, and it's just gone from bad to worse. As Dicey is the only one that remains. He's got that operator in his hands, but time is not on his side either.
He's just getting an exit at this point.
Yeah.
Dicey chose, actually, he pushed tree. So he was on the south side of the map. While Poise was fighting inside of halls. He took the rope, right? So that's why he's here. But he left his team out to dry, and unfortunately, even if he entered that, wow.
They're punching back much further, or much earlier, I think, than anyone really anticipated.
I like this.
Go, go, go.
A knife all the way to the back of halls. That looks like it's being thrown from way earlier, but it's the classic B execute here.
Yeah,
With flashes through the wall.
Vintage OpTic, but the nightfall is intended there to counter, and they didn't really account for what was happening underground as BABYBAY gets one. Really, it's across the entire team as FaZe is getting exactly what they're looking for. Flash is going to push.
They're in sight, though.
He's back.
And Crash isn't letting them. Finesse does not know. He's dead. Good read, too, for Poach to follow that up.
Yeah.
They know what's going on, and they're going for that push on tree again.
And it looks like they're set up to get to a 7 if there are only 2 pistols for OpTic. Rifles. They have that Tour de Force in his hand, so crashies the one guy who's going to have to make it happen with the Sheriff.
They're using the rope a lot.
FaZe are in a really good spot here. They have the Rolling Thunder and the Showstopper. And you can see the pressure, but Finesse is there for the setup. That's automatically going to draw out the Showstopper. No follow-up. Does he go? Yeah, he does. The satchel! No way Victor survives that. Marv gets 2 massive kills.
It's falling apart. Victor still has his fast lane to get through if he wants. But the orbital strike pushes him back. Poach is going for it!
Rolling Thunder gets Poach 2 easy kills before he falls. Dicey and Superman, the 2 that remain. There's another Rolling Thunder as that's going to try to pave the way, but I don't believe that it hits Superman. And there he is, right in the back of the head. Now they know where he is. He gets a second, looking for the third. No, it's Dicey who gets it. He, the end FaZe.
The haunt on top of, for example, on the backside of A, really do some damage there with that haunt. But they're taking a much standard approach, as we would expect. One thing is, sure, OpTic lost that attack side, but they are formidable still on their defensive side. At Reykjavik, they were 64% rounds win. That converts to about 7.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So if they can pull that off, that's exactly what they need, and that was against some very stiff competition internationally.
Try and look and see what FaZe is playing here. Finesse just got his fault line back up after using it at the opener of the round. Now he's in a position where he can use it again. That's exactly what he does. Start to delay some of that push. But of course, it wouldn't be FaZe if they don't push into it anyway.
Oh, that relay bolt just got 2 stuns off.
But Finesse goes unchecked.
Spike down A.
He's only able to take 1 as the kills erupt on the site. And they haven't made their way in, Balla. They've held back FaZe's initial push. Uh-oh. They're going to try to go through the middle of the map, and they take care of crashies. What more can BABYBAY find?
20 seconds there. They can't cross!
No!
Oh.
It's Dicey left alone in this 1v2. Victor's weak. But yay. Clean syncs up at the end. OpTic at the pistol.
Great position. Here's the haunt on the left side of Dish. It should spot them. Yes! A trail, but not onto Victor.
A bit of action right off the bat towards Dish. And you see on the mini-map, as OpTic are starting to flank around, so if Ye can't hold things, as he seems to have done just fine, for now, you've got 2 people flanking through. Thing is, there's only 1 player left on Dish. It's unfortunately the important player, the one with the spike. Now, Dicey, while alive, is on the opposite side of the map in this 1v3 without the spike, looking to see if he spots anyone. No, he didn't see Finesse there. 7-7 is Op for Ye. Spectres the rest of the way, with the exception of crashies, and again, we're seeing some of this push towards Dish.
Interesting. FaZe is using 2 of their informational gathering abilities, the Boombot and the Haunt, on the left side of Dish while they clear and fight the right side. Prowler spots nothing either in this corridor, so they can peek and have and maintain control of that. But EA's playing so far back anyways. The nice thing about it is they've used both of the Prowlers. You didn't have enough money for another one.
I'm out of here.
I was going to say, you do get a lot of that type of drone ability when you play the Fade. One of her benefits, too.
It feels like you're still trying to convince me, and I'm not sold. They were going to push their way into Arcade. You see FaZe all over the place. A heavy 5-stack that way. Victor with the nade in his face has to reposition. They've lost tower. Oh, but crashies takes it back. He's still holding it down in the middle of the map. Marved is there too. Spike down. And it's in crashies' lap. There's really no way for FaZe to easily get that thing back.
Especially now that crashies is pushed through that smoke.
Yeah.
Took a big risk, but a massive payoff. 20 seconds left. Almost impossible to recover when crashies in that position.
Last player standing.
Nice kill to take care of the op. You presume they're going to be able to pick it back up.
So we'll see if they do anything with it. But look at how he's actually going to satchel twice with the stim, but finds nothing.
Yeah, and that's what Breach is so good here. Yeah, it does get through it, but it delays some of that right off the bat.
Let's play.
Yeah, realistically, you want to get into somebody's face and potentially find a kill and pick up a gun.
Prowler that's dropped. I mean, FaZe have done well to get up as far as they have on halls, but that's really as far as they've advanced. An OpTic patient. You see crashies not rotating over. Yay, being
front side of that.
careful. No way. All right, there's a showstopper. It cleans up Victor. That's going to draw the rotations over for sure. Dicey finds a second one to crack the side open. And FaZe have set the side ablaze through their utility, through the kills that they're looking for to find the openers to get the space that they need, but Yay has arrived. How much more can he find? The 2v3. They only have pistols. Dicey's the difference maker. He's already gotten 3, but crashies.
Oh, the turret is gone!
Stops it. No freaking way to play. Again, it was a nothing buyout from FaZe though. So you look at that and you go, should you have been in that spot in the first place? And you got to account for Dicey. He's been on a tear, but they still find themselves down 2 rounds here in the second map.
Again, taking that fast halls control, but look, OpTic has made a read. No fault line here this time. Instead, finesse is over towards B in that tower. They've got a strong hold against what looks like FaZe, tilting their way towards the A site.
Yeah, I was going to say Finesse should have his fault line back up shortly, and it just popped back up. Now he's sitting on it. A couple of shoulders are spotted by crashies. There it is, the haunt through Victor in a world of hurt. Finesse, he hasn't given up. Towers control yet. He's already gotten 2. The Rolling Thunder, but oh, does he realize there are people behind him? He did, but it didn't matter. Marv now with a Prowler in his face. He's able to clear that out. Poised and Superman. 1, 2, they both fall. And the third, it was crashies who did it at the end, but OpTic.
Normally, you see teams really giving that up and letting them take space after. Finesse swaps back over, but look at the push. They're pushing it to underpass. Continuing to maintain control. They might get caught, though.
Face your fear.
Stimmy to push them, the Nightfall, excuse me.
Misses.
Flashes, they have everything layered that way. And crashies gladly welcomes it, pushes through the nade, pushes through the mollies to try to get the kill, not able to get anything, but a second flash and the orbital strike right in their lap as Marv cooks them up. Poised and BABYBAY both fall. Oh, and OpTic, they just look like they're trying to get out of this thing as fast as possible. Prime Gaming.
Back to same old for FaZe, trying to work halls.
They've got, look at that, man, that aftershock. That just delays everything. As soon as OpTic realize that there's the possibility of pressure through halls, Finesse just dumps utility there, and there's no way for FaZe to get in.
And past that, as well, Superman's HP, he's down to so low. 30 HP, got hit twice.
He got his, yeah.
Big ult too from Poach. Oh,
That's a good
he's got the Rolling Thunder. They're back over towards B. He's left alone. He's gonna fight though. Also low HP now.
This is a really important round for FaZe after the timeout with the light armor on a couple of them. They've got to make this one convert. You see the orbital strike comes through. Yay with the operator up top, drops down after taking a head off. It's all down to the 3 that remain for FaZe. Victor with his ult. Nothing doing, but it gets traded right back. BABYBAY and Poise, the 2 that remain. Yay, 10 HP and up close. As he lands that shot, OpTic gets it 12.
Yeah, that absolutely a mare.
22 and 11. Just yay things at this point. FaZe backs against the ropes. They're down big as they try to extend this series.
Crashes alone.
But again, pushing into utility because why not? And it works again.
No way.
Surrounded everything. Thrown in his lap. Victor and Yay in this 2v3.
One enemy remaining.
Well, Yay in a 1v3. Now as FaZe get to 8.
Big knife as well for Crashies, gonna land all the way back on the north side of the map. Really late. Oh my goodness, that goes to Dish. It spotted 3. It spotted all 3.
Oh, that's a big kill though. There are 2 rifles. Also, BABYBAY just got his showstopper. There are win conditions to this round. Yep, and that's one of them. Dicey. Turns out crashies knows how to wield that thing. He's shabby himself. He's gonna have to get another one. Boys pushing up. He's not able to land the shot. The classic swing around. No, he falls. Now the operator goes into the hands of FaZe. Victor on the flank might be able to do this thing. It's a 2v3 in favor of OpTic. They're approaching this retake from different sides. The fast lane, the relay bolt, and now they push their way forward. Victor's not finding a way in. Finesse left alone in this 1v3. Molly's everything around him, and it looks like Finesse is just gonna have to save.
And that was back to the classic from FaZe. Back to what they really did do well in open qualifiers, right? Push on one side of the map with everybody except for BABYBAY and dicey, where they work some other portion of the map. This time it's dicey through tree finding 2 big kills. First Yay, and who was it? Crashies?
I believe so.
No, crashies eventually traded him. It must have been Marved on the site.
What do FaZe call here? Flash to create some space. As they want to pressure tower. Crashies has already been spotted. You see the trail left behind.
Look how far up dicey is by himself. They're really scared of actually that north side pinch coming in. So Poach and BABYBAY were waiting way back at dicey's found a lot of space to scale.
Showstopper, BABYBAY goes
Canceled.
up. Yep. And he's going to expand through the smoke. There's nothing for him to do there. It's dicey and Poise both fall. 4v3 in favor of OpTic. Make that a 4v2. Poach and BABYBAY, what do you have in you? It's going to take heroics. It's going to take magic to make this thing happen. That's a good start.
One enemy remaining.
No ultimates to work with. Poach in this 1v3 to keep the series alive. Here's Victor up above him, and crashies spams behind at the end. The 3K